All right, let's get right into it. We're going to talk about the one tool, the one secret that separates good design from truly great design. Seriously, it's a secret weapon that's been hiding in plain sight for like thousands of years, and today we are going to add it to your design arsenal.
Okay, so check this out. What could the Great Pyramid of Giza and the Pepsi logo possibly have in common? I know, it sounds like the setup to a really bad joke, right? But I promise you, the answer is the key to unlocking visually perfect, just chef's kiss perfect compositions.
It's this one number, 1.618. That's it. Also known as phi, this single, kind of random-looking number. Well, it's the invisible thread connecting some of the most beautiful and iconic designs we've ever created. Yeah, you can think of it like a secret design code, a key to unlocking aesthetic harmony. And here's the cool part. Once you learn to see it, you're going to start noticing it literally everywhere. And when you learn to use it, oh man, your own designs, whether it's a UI, a logo, or a whole design system, they're going to level up big time. So what is this thing mathematically? Don't worry, don't run away. We're not doing calculus or anything crazy here. It's actually super simple. Imagine you have a line and you split it into two unequal parts. The ratio is golden if the total length divided by the longer part is the exact same as the longer part divided by the shorter part. That's it. And that perfect sweet spot, it's always 1.618. It's the ultimate formula for visual balance.
And look, this isn't some hot new design trend that's going to be gone next year. We're talking about a concept with a serious history that goes all the way back to ancient Egypt. The Greeks, like Euclid, were the ones who formally defined it. Then Renaissance masters like Da Vinci used it to paint masterpieces. And now, it's a core principle we use every single day in digital design, right inside the tools we love, like Figma.
Okay, so the history is cool and all, but how do we actually use this thing, right? That's what matters. Well, the golden ratio gives us 3 practical tools, 3 shapes of harmony that you can start applying to your work, like today. Let's break them down. First up, we've got the golden rectangle. This is your foundation, your ground zero. It's just a rectangle with that 1 to 1.618 proportion. But here's the magic trick. You can chop off a perfect square from it, and what's left over? Another, smaller golden rectangle. You can do this forever. It's basically an infinite grid generator for perfectly balanced layouts.
Okay, so rectangles are great for boxes, but what about curves? That's where golden circles come into play. If you draw circles inside those squares we just made in our golden rectangle, you get these perfectly proportional curves. This is huge for logo design. You ever wonder why the Twitter logo or the Pepsi logo just feels right? It's this. They're built using these golden circles for harmony and spacing.
And finally, all of this leads to the most famous one, the golden spiral. You get it by drawing one continuous arc through those squares in the rectangle. What you end up with is this beautiful organic spiral. For UI and UX design, this thing is an absolute game changer. Why? Because it literally shows you the natural path the human eye wants to follow. It tells you exactly where to put your most important stuff, like your CTA button, so it gets maximum attention.
I'm telling you, once you know what to look for, you can't unsee it. It's everywhere. You'll see it in website layouts, in those famous logos we talked about. You'll see it in iconic art like the Mona Lisa, and even in massive architecture like the Taj Mahal. It even shows up in nature. We're talking galaxies and seashells here. It's like it's hardwired into our brains as beautiful, because these patterns are just easier for us to look at. Okay, theory lesson over. Let's get our hands dirty and make this real. We're jumping into Figma, and I'm going to show you exactly how to implement this superpower. This is the masterclass, people. This is where we go from knowing to actually doing. Let's go.
All right, method 1, the classic golden rectangle, built from scratch. Super easy. First, hit F to pop in a new frame. Now for the dimensions, just set them to the ratio. So let's say 1,000 pixels wide by 618 pixels high. Boom! Now the magic part. Hit Command D to duplicate it, and right there in the width or height input, just type /1.618 and hit Enter. Figma does the math for you. Keep doing that, and bam, you've got your perfect grid.
Okay, method 2 is all about using the guide system. This is perfect for aligning stuff. Hit Shift-R to bring up your rulers. Now, if your frame is, say, 1,000 pixels wide, just click and drag a guide out to the 618 pixel mark. Now for the other side, that remaining space is 382 pixels, which is, you guessed it, 618 divided by 1.618. You now have these perfectly proportional guides to snap all your content to. So clean. And for your big, full-screen layouts, the layout grid is going to be your best friend. Just pop open your layout grid settings, you're going to add a new grid, set it to columns, and just create 2 columns based on the ratio. So on that 1,000 pixel frame, you'd have one column that's 618 pixels wide and another that's 382. That's it. Instant, beautiful, harmonious layout.
And of course, I've got a pro tip for you, because who doesn't want to work faster? Don't reinvent the wheel every single time. The Figma community is an absolute gold mine. It is packed with plugins and community files that will generate these golden ratio grids, spirals, whatever you need with just one click. So please, work smart, not just hard. So now you've got the tools. You know how to do it. But maybe the most important part is knowing when to use this superpower. Because look, it's not a magic bullet for every single design problem out there. We need to be strategic. So where does this thing really shine? Well, for logos and branding, it's a must. It helps you create something that feels balanced and timeless. For web and UI layouts, it's perfect for guiding the user's eye exactly where you want it to go. And get this, for typography, you can actually create a perfect type scale by multiplying your font sizes by 1.618. Your H1, H2, body text, all perfectly in harmony. It's so versatile.
But, and this is a huge but, so listen up. You have to promise me you will always, always prioritize usability, accessibility, and readability. The golden ratio is a fantastic guide, but it is not a rigid law. If following it makes your text too small to read or your interface confusing, you throw the ratio out the window. The user experience always, always comes first. Got it?
And here's another thing. It doesn't live in a vacuum. It plays really, really well with other design principles you already know, especially the rule of thirds. Think of the rule of thirds as the quick and easy version. The golden ratio is the more precise, more natural-feeling big brother. Now, you want to know the real pro move? Overlay them both. The points where their lines intersect, that's the absolute sweet spot. Put your most important stuff right there.
And hey, don't just stop there. Weave it into everything. Use it with your grid systems to define your column widths. Apply it to your spacing, to your margins, to get that perfect vertical rhythm. You can even do this cool trick where you have a big, symmetrical layout, but you use the golden ratio to place the little details inside it. It creates this awesome mix of stability and dynamic flow.
So there you have it. You've officially been given the code. The secret key to aesthetic harmony that has been powering masterful design for literally centuries. Now you have it. The only question left is, what are you going to create with it? Go build something awesome.